Before diving into the conversation, may I know something about you?
Sure, ma'am. So, ma'am, my name is Atul Sharma, and I'm from Delhi, and born and brought up in Delhi itself. And from the last 5 years, I have been teaching in English. I have been teaching in English in one of the private school. I'm PGT English, and along with that, I have also started spoken classes recently, and it's been around 1 year now that I have been providing spoken classes also in the evening time. So that's all about me. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, that sounds great. So may I know in which school do you teach in Delhi?
Ma'am, in Delhi, there's a school, Nutan Vidya Mandir School, there's Shard Garden.
Shagdal. Okay, okay, right. Because even I have shifted 2 years back from Delhi. I was also in Delhi previously. So right now I'm in Faridabad for the past 2 years. So I do not know location about Dilshad Garden much. I do not know about the schools over there. But yes, Rohini side and Janakpuri, Pitampura, I know I'm pretty much aware about the schools over there because I had also worked
Okay,
in schools for a few years. I have done a nursery teacher training in B.Ed, and based on that I have also done job for a few years. So yes, I'm pretty much aware about schools and all over in
understood.
Delhi. Yes. So, experience do you have in your school initially when you joined the school? And what changes do you see in yourself after teaching for so many years? Which way did you improve, or you were already very well versed in this language in terms of literature, grammar, or spoken part?
Sure, ma'am. I guess in one go you have asked so many questions. So
Yes.
definitely I'll try to cater.
Okay, okay. You can answer
Yeah.
one by one.
So,
Out of curiosity, I want to know.
no props, no props. So, ma'am, yeah, as I mentioned, that it's been around 5 years that I have been teaching as PGT English. So, yes, definitely, like when I started, but let me tell you, like, let me give you some sort of my background. So, when I was in college, so I was very much enthusiastic about this language, and anyhow, I just wanted to be very well versed with this language that I can easily communicate with others. And even when I was in college, so I had a lot of curiosity that okay, I'm gonna be in Delhi University, and there will be the students from different part of the world, different walks of the life. So I wanted to be very confident about myself. So that's how I was. I just started learning and focusing on this language. Then along with and I also wanted to be civil servant, so a civil servant. So I was also reading newspaper and I was coming across new words, phrases. So that's how I was polishing my language, and I was very much into that. I also need to have like some sort of analytical skills, communication skills to deal with the people, like people being in the service. So although I couldn't make that, then I switched to teaching when I start teaching. So when I entered the teaching field, like where in the very my first year, I literally faced some difficulty that no matter like how much you prepare yourself, but when you enter into the practical things, like when you start teaching, when you start doing something, initially face some challenges. So yes, like when I first time came on stage and started addressing to the students or the colleagues, so it was like somewhere I was slightly feeling nervous during those moments, but eventually start learning this. Like I start learning through the environment and everything, and I always wanted to be on a stage, so it gave me the sort of platform, and because I was also doing the same sort of things in schools and college. But yes, like being a teacher, it become more like because to like you can't make as such mistakes while being on stage. But eventually I'll start learning, and even sometimes it also become difficult to cope up with the students. Like sometimes they start making noise, they don't listen you, so you have to hold your like you have to have patience. You need to like you shouldn't lose your temper. So that's the thing that when we start learning and growing together. And as far as like this language concerned, as you mentioned about that, as a being an English teacher, Usually it is considered, I guess, like it's considered that we should not make mistakes. But yes, we are humans too, as human, and it is not our native language. So if I talk about the spoken part, so I myself usually I have been trying that I should always talk in the classroom in English only. I should not use Hindi. And even I promote also in the classroom that the students should talk in English only. So, but yes, sometimes it becomes difficult for us also because what if like the students are of like seventh class, eighth class, and they are not very well with this language, they are not very good in this language. So we find hard to make them understand, and even they also find it difficulty to understand us also. So it become more challenging. And then we know in the school we have some sort of timeline, some sort of, within that we have to complete our certain courses, syllabus. So in that way, it become more challenging. So, but yes, somehow I start managing, and yes, sometimes I need to also. I was compromising with this, like my thoughts also, but I have been doing it, and so far things are going pretty well.
Okay, that's great. Yes, especially if you are teaching in a school, I think you should have that kind of confidence. Doesn't matter how much you are, conversing with your colleagues on audio call or video call, but if you are teaching in a school or being on stage, you need to be pretty well in this language in terms of, if you take up as a subject or language. And I think with experience, we learn a lot of things if we teach to students or we are connected with any kind of organization. Because I have heard many people, just to means even though they know this language, but somewhere they have that fear that whether we will be able to speak, whether we will be able to teach or not. So this way they couldn't come up no matter how much they are good. And if we do not speak, if we do not teach, how will we gain the confidence in this language? Because it's not our native language. We also have to learn, and it's a never ending process. How much you learn, you feel like you need to improve more. Because when I was teaching in my days, at that time, I used to get compliment also, like, I speak good. But at that time also I used to feel no, wherever I used to stuck or I used to make mistakes. Every time I used to have that, means I used to think like I have to speak better than this. And till now, I have that kind of, I have that insight in me that I have to speak better than this. So I think, if anyone wants to learn any language, they should start speaking or they should connect with some kind of organization so as to improve every time. So it's very necessary. We should not, hesitant because it's not our language. Even if we do not speak for 1 month, even if we do not speak for 1 month, definitely we are going to stutter because we do not have that kind of environment. So if someone is really, determined to learn this language, so they should make the environment around us. And how can we make that environment? By connecting with something. Like I have connected with this, I have connected with this YouTube journey so as to improve myself. Because every time I have to give something new to my viewers, and along with that, I have to learn also something from my own conversation. So I think this way we should every time try to improve ourselves if we are really passionate and obsessed, with any kind of skill or learning. And yes, you are teaching you are teaching spoken English also. So for the past 1 year, I
Exactly.
think.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So would you throw light a little bit about your spoken English as a teacher? Like which kind of students come and how do you deal like with all kind of problems when they come up to you? Which way do you deal and what do you start with? What concept do you start with them? Like, can you throw light a little bit?
Sure, ma'am. So currently, I'm like I have joined one of the institute near my locality itself, and so I'm basically providing offline classes there. And so I'm having there like in one batch around 13 to 15 students are there, and they are the student of different like levels, like level in the sense like they different standard as well. So some of them are in maybe seventh class, eighth class, some are in 11, some are in college also, and one of them is also who has college passed out also, like was completed his college graduates as well. So But the thing is that the in that way we it doesn't matter whether they are of like which standard they are. The what matters that what their level is actually when in terms of the speaking part, in terms of this language. So what hello.
Yes, yes, yes.
So what I have felt like usually it becomes difficult when you see that the students are of maybe the same standard or different classes, but when their level is not same in terms of their language, English language. So in that time, maybe some of them are aware of the tenses, and other are like they do not have the idea about even helping us, like if them are was were. So in that way, it becomes challenging. So usually when I have like whenever I start my classes, so I just try to first and foremost thing I just try to gag or measure their level actually. That where do they stand, and accordingly I try to guide them. And I start the course from the scratch. Like basically, they should have idea about noun, pronoun, like not functional. So basically, in spoken part, we talk about the functional grammar, not about the something like that we teach usually in the academic part, like noun, the parts of noun, kinds of noun, and all. That I do not go in the spoken part. Usually, we talk about the functional grammar. So in functional, we talk about pronouns like I, you, we, they, like this. They should have the idea about them, and then which sort of helping or we use in present, past, future. So I start with this way, and eventually start switching to like tenses, and before that we also talk about basic tense like without verb, like I am teacher, she's this, what are you like. So this how I start doing this. And along with that, we know some like advanced touches are also there nowadays that we see the people are also making videos on that. And then we have the phrases, idioms. So that's how I start. I go into my classes, and along with that, I also try to touch upon some sort of like pronunciations also, like the sounds that we see. Because over the year, that what I have experienced that this language is not about just certain just it is not limited to certain structures, verbs, vocabularies, idioms, and phrases. It is there's much more in that. So as much as you'll try to dive into this, you will find a lot of things is there. So then we talk about communication skills because as you mentioned, some of the teachers are there who are very good in this language, but still when it comes to take the stage, so they have that stage fright. So I guess in that way we should also along in our classes. So I also try to guide them about the communication skills. Like we talk about the pauses that the pauses that we should take in between while speaking, and like your voice modulation, articulation. So these things are also there that I try to incorporate in my teachings.
Yes, yes, yes.
So
That is very
that's way,
necessary.
yeah, that's why it become more, yes, and that's why it become like way more, like experiential sort of things and engaging as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yes, because along with learning this language, we must enhance our communication skills also. Like it is very necessary. Along with learning any skill or any language, it is very necessary. The while speaking this language into this language, how are you using your gestures? How are your expression? The way of modulation? How are you articulating your thoughts? So these things are very necessary. Else your conversation or what are you talking, it looks very flat. So yes, being a teacher, I think if you cooperate these things, so it is very good. You are trying to focus on their own all-round development, like how to improve their, speaking skills along with teaching this language. Because same way, like I had also conversed with an English teacher, just like you. He also told the same thing. Like there are so many students come up to him to learn this language, and he told like many of them are very good just because of the fear, just because they have not confronted means anywhere that this is the reason they are unable to speak. And once they have got the opportunity, he had given him the opportunity, they started with so much of thoughts, ideas in this language, and they were already speaking very good. So I think sometimes these classes becomes very much necessary. Somewhere we do not come to know about our hidden talents which are somewhere inside, and we do not come to know how to take out them. So I think these classes helps us a lot. So I think everyone, who wants to learn any skill or this language, they must take these classes to groom their personality. Because sometimes we do not come to know how much skillful we are. That's what I come to know from him, as well as from you also. So I think first we need to evoke that passion inside us related to any skill, and then automatically we start making our way towards that journey. So yes, it's good. Like, so, have you ever thought like you will come into this journey and you will see yourself as a teacher of this language? Have you ever thought previously in your life?
No, like I did not have, like as I mentioned you before as well. Like I wanted to be a civil servant. I wanted to be a civil servant. So I never thought that I have to be a teacher. But while my preparation, I got the opportunity for teaching, and I start teaching. So that's how it took like. But yes, I love to interact with people. I love to interact with budding youth of our nation. So and I love to and like somewhere other like I also try to motivate others also. So I mean I have got some sort of compliment also that you motivate like people a lot. Like you're a good motivator in that way. So I start teaching. So when I interact with the students, so I just try to enlighten them with certain things so that also somehow gives them confidence, curiosity about life. And I always try to go with, global, like my concept is like think globally, act locally. So I myself, because I have been into the preparation also and I have tried to observe how things goes. No, and I try to bring different dimensions while teaching also, like be it economy, politics, history, because I have gone through this stuff. So, so that's how I just try to bring global perspective in the teaching. And as such, I never planned to be even a spoken teacher, English teacher. But yes, there was a time when I was myself has a lot of dilemma, a lot of doubt about this language because as we know that it is not our native language. And second, I was also not from such a background where the people were talking with this language. Like I am talking about the ambience. So I did not have that ambience also. But I created myself. So I was very much curious that I should make the awareness like what all the thing I did in my life, and maybe it took like as I mentioned, it's been 7 8 years that I have given to this language along with my teaching. Up like when I was studying also, so it's been around 7 8 years I have given to this language so far. So I guess like it has taken a lot of time so far, but through my teaching, through my own experience, I want to aware the students and the people that it shouldn't take that much time. But yes, it is a journey. It takes time, but it can be like it. You can be more fluent in a less time by being mindful about yourself, and you need to be stick to your. You need to be disciplined. You need certain things that I did wrong during my preparation. I try to teach my students in such a way that they don't get into those sort of troubles and they can efficiently, effectively, they can learn this language.
Yes, yes, that is the quality of a good teacher. And especially when we, through our experience, I feel like we can teach our learners a lot. Especially when we go through some kind of, problems, hurdles. There, I think when we stood up ourselves, so that becomes our main teaching, and we feel like we should also that whatever we have gone through, we feel like that others should not go through this phase. So why not to impart teaching in this way, so that they can learn this language and they can learn everything in an easy way, which we have gone through a lot. I think it happens. So yes, you are already doing a great job, because I also feel like we learn from our experiences a lot, and that's why I feel teaching is a very noble and kind profession. We give our selfless service. Like, we feel like along with teaching them, if we inculcate some good things or some good which we have learned from our own experiences, so we feel happy from inside, though we are not getting something extra, but we feel like it's good. What we have gone through, others should not go through like this. And this is the main quality of a good
Exactly.
teacher. So I also feel the same way. So yes, I also feel somewhere I can relate with you very well. And it's my aim also, like whenever I start teaching, I just want to impart each and every kind of knowledge along with any subject, whatever, I have acquired through my experiences, so that to whom we are teaching, they can, they can get confidence and they become more skillful in every way. They do not hesitate. While it's not about English language, many of us, like, we become very much hesitant to take the first step or to speak anything anywhere. That kind of hesitation always stop us, and that somewhere we close our doors related to our career. So I think, if we get this job, I think we should make aware learners whosoever come up to us and teach us in this way, so that they, when they, studied from us, they come out with flying colors. And yes, if we get, we do not want anything, but if we get a single praise from students or learners, I think that makes our day. So I also feel good, like,
Exactly. And I have also felt the same sort of moments couple of times. Like, because it's been like within these 5 years that I have, it's my fourth school where I'm teaching currently. So I do have so many students from like those who are in my contact, and some of them like where I'm residing, they also meet me like because there was one school which was near to me, and so some of them meet me now. It was my previous school now, like now it is my previous school. So yes, sometimes whenever they come meet me, like maybe once in a year, somehow, somewhere we come across. So that's how literally like it gives us some sort of sense of pride in for us. And even in the classroom also, like when sometimes they tell you in the classroom itself, like, you are the best teacher, sir, I enjoy your classes. Or even sometimes see through their expression also we can understand that how they are understanding, how they are feeling. So when they are very keen to listen to you, when they are very much observative how you are teaching, so it means like somehow they are very curious that what is all going to be in the classroom. They're enjoying the learning. So I have felt these sort of moments couple of times, like ninth class, 10th class, and literally this is what we are not awarded anything for this, or but yes, it gives us a lot of pride, lot of confidence also, and it is something that give you some sort of encouragement that okay, I need to come more, I need to be more powerful. I need to be more, I need to work more on myself, and that I can give the best. You know, so it also try to help you to strive toward being the best version of yourself. So yes, it is true, and yes, ma'am.
yes, yes, yes. And especially you are right. We come to know through their expression. And when in the class, when they start asking questions, raising hands, that time you really feel that they are totally indulged into what we are teaching. And whenever, because I also cherish my teaching days, whenever it's been so long, but still I cherish those moments. And you feel very good when parents come up to you and praise you that through our way their children are improved so much. So that happiness is something which can't be explained in words. So you feel like you have to strive more now, towards children. So I feel it's all good. That's why I like teaching profession very much. Because we are, children are just like flowers. We are blooming them. It's in our hands. How do we shape up their future? So I think parents and teachers should be the role model for all students and children. And yes, I think being a teacher, we are doing a great job. We have that kind of aesthetic and sense towards our learners.
Exactly. Like teaching always considered to be a novel profession. So definitely. So ma'am, as you mentioned that you have been also teaching earlier, like so, and you have been the mother teacher, I guess, primary teacher
Primary,
or mother
yes,
teacher.
primary. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, like in the
Yeah. I was
kindergarten, right?
taking third class and fourth class. And once I took second class also.
Okay.
After that, I didn't get chance to, to teach more. Yes, so it's been long gap.
Okay.
But still I have
Okay. So
dreams.
like how have no worries. Yes, like you can start now itself. Like even the school also is spoken also. You can start, I guess, and you should start, I guess. So I mean, I have seen like the because where I'm teaching is also like primary to like 12th class school, CBSE school, and so I have seen a lot of teachers, a lot of students, like kids and all. So how like sometimes I have seen like it becomes challenging also. Like they start crying, they start or they have some like different sort of like problems, or we feel a different sort of challenges when it comes to the kids. Basically, the primary school teacher as a primary school teacher. So how has been your experience and how you used to deal with it? Because everything like everything has its all pros and cons. So yes, right now so far we have talked about the something that we enjoy, but definitely in between we feel that pain also. So now I would like you to like enlighten some sort of pain that you endured during your teaching journey.
So sorry. Yes, actually, I have done nursery teacher training in B.Ed, but I have never got a chance to teach kindergarten students. But yes, being in the same school, like there are kindergarten classes also. So I have also, seen teachers handling, because their job is not much to teach them. Their job is mainly first to handle them. So some students are some children are very small. They do not know even how to write, how to finish their lunch, how to sit properly. So the main challenge for teacher is how to make them settle. So it takes, I think, lot, you can say 3 to 4 months at least. After that, teacher can focus how to make them, hold a pencil, and how to teach them make an arc or straight lines, sleeping lines. So I feel like a kindergarten teacher has more challenges than, for teachers who are teaching higher grades, because I have also seen that teachers, they struggle a lot, because there are so many children at the same time. Because if you have to handle students who have proper sense, who have, there it is easy. You can, sometimes you can scold them, or you can teach them in this way. You can, indulge them in many activities, or you can make them quiet or explain your concept. But when it comes to small children, they are not aware, like what, sometimes they just look here and there, how much you try to indulge them in the activities, they do not take interest. So sometimes it becomes this way also very much difficult, like which way should we, develop interest into small students, whatever they are teaching. So yes, you have hit the nail on the head by saying it becomes very much difficult. I have also seen, because few teachers were my friends also, and at the end of the day they used to get, tired a lot. It's a very tiresome job, especially for, kindergarten school teachers. That's what I have also observed, because along with that they have to make so many charts. They have to, they have to decorate their bulletin board in a very nice way. And I don't think in higher classes or above primary classes it is very much required. You need to decorate it, but not as much as what a, small school teachers are required, just to, bring that creativity in small students, or just to make their class so much decorative. So a kindergarten school teacher has a lot of, duties and responsibilities compared to primary TGT or PGT teacher. I can very well relate with you.
I mean, I didn't say that like the teachers, those who are taking like PGT and PGT, they do not have that sort of work. I mean, but yes, I have heard like teachers. See, the thing is that, and definitely like, what we are doing, it seems like we are the one who are more in trouble like this. So it is not like this. Like I guess like everyone has like their own stuff to do, and they all struggle. They all to go through that same sort of burden. Some say uh, sort of burden, not same sort of, but yes, kind of burden. Because somewhere or other we also see like, although for us like the senior student, they have to their disposal timing is 1:30 in our school. Somewhere it is 2:30, 2 o'clock as well. But on the other hand, for the primary teacher, like the teacher, those who are taking kindergarten students or the primary, so their disposal is around 12 o'clock, 12:30 like this. So in that way, we think like they get free very early. On the other hand, again, and no one is there to observe them. Like student, like see, student can't observe as a like teacher as such. Although, so in that way, a lot of things we see like see. So if you try to find something, so we'll find others having more than us. On the other hand, as a TJT or PGT teachers, we see like they are the students, those who are the senior teachers, you know, those who are the mirror of the school. So they like, and nowadays with today's, if we talk, try to think it with the today's time, so they are more modern, like they are more modernized, or they are more mature, like except their academic thing, they are very much mature in other stuff. So dealing with them, even sometimes you find that you are not of their level or their kind as such, you know. So like the way they talk, the kind of things, and with the advent of social media and social stuff, they are very much aware of all the other stuff except their studies. So in that way, it becomes sometimes challenging also. And nowadays, it is very hard, very difficult to grab their attention in the classroom. So I guess in that way, everyone has their own challenges and things that they are going through. And yes, but somehow as a teacher or as any person, like whatever you are doing, you need to somehow figure out the best in that, and you need to like keep going in your journey. And you have to make it more interesting that you keep, because I do myself think that you should enjoy the process, love you're doing. So if that is missing, so definitely you won't able to sustain for a longer time. So that is very important.
Yes, yes, you are very much right. I because today's children are very much sharp-minded and intelligent, and due to the exposure of social media, children know everything. Means they know many things more than teacher knows. Just because everything is available. If you want to get the knowledge, you can easily have the access to do that, to reach there, to study that. So I think a teacher needs to be on their toes every time, like you can be asked anything at any time. And what I feel like for a kindergarten teacher, you need to have a lot of patience, which sometimes I feel I cannot have, because you require a lot of patience, means compared to other teacher, higher class teachers. So yes, every position, every teacher has their own kind of duties and responsibilities. Higher class teachers need to have them, get them updated every time. They can't take risk, they can't sit lightly with whatever concepts are in the book. They are enough for them. They need to study extra, because you never know what you can be asked anything, and you need to satisfy the curiosity of students. So yes, I think you are right. Every teacher has their own kind of challenges, and they are all teachers, I think, doing their best. They are doing their best. So yes, yes. So I think being a teacher, I also feel like I'm proud of myself, because the way I see my profession, the way I take my teaching towards student in a serious way. So I feel content, because when I teach anyone, I can't take it lightly. I pour my heart out whenever I teach anything to anyone. So I think I'm doing my best. And in this way, I feel a sense of pride, and I feel proud of myself sometimes being in this profession. So yes, I think only 1 minute is left. So we'll have to wrap up. So there's so much to talk, but still, time is not allowing us to talk more. But it was a lovely session. Thanks so much. Thank you a lot.
Same here, and thank you so much. And literally, we have tried to touch upon some of the nuances of the teaching, and there like some sort of excitement that we get in between as well. So yeah, at the end, I'll say that we need to be proud on ourselves as a teacher, and we should also keep striving to get more things, to acquire more things that we can, come to be expert in our teaching while delivering our concept, be more confident, more enlightened. So yeah,